If you're looking to buy a Volkswagen Passat, but maybe it's too expensive for you, and you've considered the Golf, but you don't like hatchbacks because they are small cars, then the Jetta is the perfect one for you because it's a mix. It's like somewhere between the Passat and the Golf, but it's more of a sedan version of the Golf. Production for this started in 1979, and so far they have sold tens of millions of units, and it's among the best-selling Volkswagen models currently. Now, the name Jetta comes from Atlantic currents, and in this review we shall see whether naming the car after a current makes this car wavy. Hello, my name is Mark, and this is Daily Motoring. This 6th generation Volkswagen Jetta received a lot of backlash upon its release because it moved from the premium class down to entry level. But it's a blessing in disguise if you come to think of it, because making it entry level means that it's more affordable now and it's cheaper. Because even if you compare the price of this MK6 Jetta to the previous generations, you will note that the previous generations were a bit more expensive when they were new, because they used to compete in the more premium classes of the Audi A4. But now where it is, it competes with the likes of the Axela sedan, but still it hasn't lost that German taste and feel and precision, as we shall see later on in the video. Looking at the specs of this car, it is 1.8 meters wide, 4.6 meters long, and has a wheelbase of 2.65 meters. And having that long of a wheelbase means that the back seat is comfortable, as you shall see later on in the video. So before we head on to more features of the car, let me give you some 2 fun facts about the car. First of all, this MK6 Jetta is not made in Germany. Yes, it was under the supervision of Volkswagen Germany, but it was made in Volkswagen Mexico, or Mexico, however you'll call it. And fact number 2, starting from this generation, the 6th generation of the Jetta, it no longer shares the body panels with the Volkswagen Golf as in previous cases. So maybe let's say it's becoming more of an independent model by itself, instead of like previously the way it was based on the Golf hatchback platform, which is a nice thing. Now let's head over to under where I'm seated and we see what lies under this beast. Being a TSI means turbocharged certified injection, which means that this car is turbocharged. Now under the hood it packs a 1.4 liter 4-cylinder engine, which produces something like 160 horsepower and 240 Newton meters of torque, which propels this car from 0 to 100 in 8.2 seconds, which is impressive performance considering it's an entry-level car. Either way you choose to open the boot, it reveals 510 liters of boot space, which is 100 liters more than the Volkswagen Golf hatchback. And if you want to fold down the rear seats, you just come and pull this. At the back of the Volkswagen Jetta, it is comfortable as it gets, despite it moving from being a premium class car down to an entry-level car. Still maintains the comfort in these leather seats. Legroom is a bit tight, but it's okay. I don't feel pressed by the front seat, and there is enough room for my feet underneath the front seat. Headroom is more than okay. There are also air vents at the back, so the air conditioning extends from the front up to the back passengers, which is a plus. There is also a 12 volts charging socket, so you can charge your devices on the go. Also, there are ISOFIX child seat mounts, which means that this car is a practical car and a family car at that. The instrument cluster is a mix of analog and digital gauges and dials. We have the analog dials over here, which are white in color, so you can actually pass them for digital gauges and dials, and they look so good with the lights on, especially at night. And there's a small digital display screen in the middle which shows you different functions of the car. Right now my phone is connected to the car, so I can pick calls without touching my phone. We have the vehicle status, which shows you if you need to refuel, the range of fuel remaining, and so on. We have different settings like language, as you can see, and interestingly it has one feature for the lights which I find it interesting and useful, called coming home and leaving home, which you set when your lights switch on if you turn on the car, and when to switch off if you switch off the car. We also have Bluetooth audio for the car, and you can adjust your volume using the controls on the steering wheel. There is a navigation system which has a compass, compass directions, so you can navigate.
To switch to another context, you can say radio, CD, map, or navigation.
That's the voice command system. Radio,
and further.
It has connected me to the radio right now. It's a very nice system.
Media in is not available.
Okay, thank you. It has connected me to the radio system. So it's useful. On the steering wheel, you have different buttons for different functions of the car, which make it easy to use those functions without taking your eyes off the road, and that is much safer for you when driving. We have these ones to navigate through the small digital screen over there, and these ones are for picking calls and adjusting the volume, and also changing audio and the radio channel station. So basically these ones are for the radio system over there, and these ones are for the small digital display on the instrument cluster. We have the voice command in this car, and let's test it to see if it is responsive. Media,
and further.
So it also is responsive to our African
title.
Okay, thank you. Go away now. So it is responsive even to our African accent. This is the radio system of the Volkswagen Jetta, which is just like the rest in so many models, with many different functions, including the radio, map, navigation, phone, Bluetooth connectivity, SD card, CD, auxiliary port, so many more. Below here we have the climate control zone. This is a dual zone climate. Dual zone means that the passenger and the driver get to set their own temperature settings, and you can choose to just sync both of them. So if you adjust for both of them. Below it we have a small storage area to place your phone as you drive, or maybe as you connect it, as you have connected it to the auxiliary port. We have two cup holders at the front, which can fit small tumblers and also small bottles, but they'll be thrown around. So if you're carrying it with drinks, I wouldn't advise you place them there. But what fits perfectly is this big 1 liter bottle. It fits okay, it doesn't move around, and there's an armrest over here, so the driver and the passenger can get comfortable in the car. It is height adjustable, so you adjust it to whichever height you feel is okay with you. The driver's seat, first of all, is leather, just like the other seats, and it has lumbar support, so you're supported. So your lower back is supported throughout the journey, and you'll be less tired, if at all you will be tired. Now this car, first of all, comes with parking distance control. All of them are optional, but this one has the rear ones, and they help you park because you cannot hit objects, since the car will alert you. You can hear them at work. Since it's the sedan version of the Golf, it drives just like the Golf. There is not much difference. The steering responsiveness is just like that of the Golf, and the car is not that long, so it feels light too. And this 7-speed DSG gearbox is awesomely crazy. Like, it pulls together with the turbo, gives something like just a little bit. Other features include rain sensing wipers. We have anti-lock braking system, which comes in handy to avoid the car from skidding when you apply emergency brakes. We have electronic stability control, or ESC, which ensures that this car remains stable even at high speeds and you can cruise through comfortably. By the way, the top speed for this car is 280 kilometers per hour, since this is the night edition. We have a minimum of 6 airbags in the car, meaning that you as the driver and your passengers, you are safe in case all hell breaks loose. Also, in addition to all those, you have traction control to help your car not to lose the grip of the surface even if you start abruptly. Driving it is comfortable, you feel it being responsive. It is nice and quiet inside the cabin. There is not much of road and tire noise. Volkswagen have done a good job despite lowering the car in class to entry level. It's among the best entry level cars I can recommend to anyone. See, there are other Volkswagen models like the Jetta here, which are also as powerful and fuel efficient and practical, just like the Golf. So we should try more options. And also, if you also want to watch a review of another Volkswagen which is very, very fuel efficient, click on the right side of the screen. I don't know which side it is. So that I button on top of the right side of the screen, and watch my review of the Volkswagen Up, a very fuel efficient car, easy to maneuver around tight spaces. Okay, not as powerful, but it's still good. And thanks to Vince Auto Center for providing this car. To purchase this and more units, visit the showroom here at Unicity Mall, just a few meters from Kenyatta University and Kenyatta University Funeral Home, and we'll be glad to serve you. So don't forget to subscribe, to like, share the video, and also drop a comment below for which car you want to be reviewed next, and I will find it for you and do the review for you. That's it for now. My name is Mark. This has been Daily Motoring. Catch me on the next review. Peace.